Yo, hey, what is going on, people? Because I'm a Fury. And once again, I am doing another live reaction video. Well, not that I'm going to watch it. I already watched it. We all watched it, I bet, by now. But, and I'm not going to be the one to say, well, people wanted to know what I thought. Maybe some people did. Maybe some people don't. So, most people don't even know who I am. But, alright, the gameplay footage, Resident Evil 2. Like, whew, usually I start these things and I get right into it, even if nobody's watching. But yeah, I have to actually talk about this one because, you know, it was I never, to be honest with you, I never expected this to be like after all the rumors started. As much as I said don't fall into the rumors, all the rumors, one thing was evident. All the rumors started matching up. Everything started saying over the shoulder, over the shoulder, over the shoulder, over the shoulder. So I was like, yeah, it's going to be over the shoulder. You know, much to our dismay for the most part. But my thing is, many months ago, I did a video talking about how over the shoulder is going to change the whole dynamic of the game. People think I'm against over the shoulder. No, I mean, for God's sakes, I played the last three Resident Evil games, and despite what most people say about 5 and 6, I've actually got enjoyment out of all three of the 4, 5, and 6, and they all been over the shoulder. My thing is that knowing that they were gonna possibly, it was a strong possibility that Resident Evil 2 was going to be over the shoulder, which we've all pretty much been hearing for the last 5 months or so. You know, the whole dynamic of the game was going to change. That's my thing, and it's hard to accept that for the simple fact that the Resident Evil, as we remember it, it was third person game. But okay, that all said and done, we knew what we was gonna get for the most part. Now we have the fact that we've seen the 10 minutes of gameplay footage for the most part, and guess what? It's just like Resident Evil 2 Reborn, only much better. So I'm not blown away by it because I've seen this before. I've seen Invader Games, Resident Evil 2 Reborn, and basically, but I like what Capcom did with it is that they actually made it look a hell of a lot better. They finished it because, you know, Invader Games never got to finish the game because Capcom put out the cease and desist order. So they never got to finish the game. So now we get to see a more refined over-the-shoulder Resident Evil 2 that Invader Games started, because Capcom actually spoke to these guys, and I didn't believe that Capcom would actually heavily be influenced by Invader Games. So I wonder how much Invader Games is going to get paid by this, because Invader Games RE2 Reborn heavily inspired the gameplay aspects of this. And I think they said, didn't they say hey, what's going on, big boss? Didn't Invader Game guys say that Capcom consulted them as also? So I'm not surprised. This is basically the continuation. It's like carrying on the RE2 Reborn perspective. So I'm not even surprised that the gameplay is very familiar. I like I said just a moment ago, knowing that they was going to change it to over the shoulder because of all the heavy rumors coming about, the whole dynamic of Resident Evil 2 was going to change. So that's why people was wondering, like, wow, you seem a lot more chill. You're not like blowing up over this one. It's like, because I kind of knew, you know, not to have my expectations high that they would give us, that it's not going to be the remake like the first Resident Evil was. I mean, after, yeah, like you can't do over the shoulder and give us the same Resident Evil. The whole dynamic, the whole way you face enemies, is going to change. Now, my thing is that since I've already seen over the shoulder Resident Evil, I've seen like what is in this game that's gonna really blow my mind. And I know it's just revealed, so this is not me saying, "Wow, uh, I don't know, this game here sucks, blah blah blah, nothing blow my mind." I'm like, what is going to blow my mind about it? Like, we see how the game gets down. We hear that the zombies is hard enough, but let me see. You said it's one of your concerns. Yeah, it's one of my concerns too. Like, where do we go from here? We got the over the shoulder. We've seen over the shoulder. You can look up RE2 Reborn and say that they showed up zombies. Lickers, Mr. X. Yes, you're right. They have Apex. They have. My thing is that I can't wait to see everything else about this game, because you know they're not gonna show us everything. All right, you know. But come on now, now, like, level with me here. Now, with the guy who was playing the 10 minutes footage, why was he purposely playing terribly? Why was he trying to just terribly aim for the kneecaps and stuff? But they kept telling us, oh my God, this game, these zombies are gonna overpower you. By a few bites, you're gonna be really in bad shape. But when you saw that demo trailer, you see the demo he was playing, it took a few shots, it took a few bites. He got bit on the leg, he got bit on the neck about 3 times before he went to danger, which is about normal for Resident Evil 2. Just Resident Evil in general. My thing is that the guy was purposely playing terrible. So I want to know, since we are accustomed to playing Resident Evil 4, 5, 6, and that god-awful 7, we know about the aiming mechanics. Is this game gonna really be tough? Or are they just telling us that to blow smoke up our asses? Is this game really gonna be as tough as the guys playing it at the E3 was saying? I don't know. That's what I'm concerned about. Is it gonna be another walk in the park, just a little bit more methodical, meaning that it's going to be a little bit more slowed down and a little bit more scary, intense, because and less themed on action? But is it going to still be a walk in the park? I mean, for God's sakes, he didn't shoot none of them in the head. How you doing, Legendary? The guy doing the demonstration for Resident Evil 2 Remake did not shoot any of the zombies in the head. But I think the game it ain't going to be as extremely difficult, intense as any other, as RE6. Look how many enemies were on the screen in RE6. And it's been times, like, the only thing you could do to take us away, to make it a little bit more scary, is to take away the ability to melee attack. That's the only thing I can see them doing that will make it different from RE4, 5, and 6, is the melee, like taking away the melee attack. I mean, I can understand they stripped Leon of some of his ability. This is before he became a government agent. He wasn't trained as such. But are you gonna be able to stomp a down enemy? Are you gonna be able to do any of that? We don't even know that yet. That stuff still might be well intact into the game. Sorry, I always get dark when I go on this bridge. There's no lights on this bridge. You can, and when Marvin gives you the knife, you can stab them if you get the opportunity. If you press the buttons quick enough, you can stab them, you can cut them. But you know what I did see about the game that I do like? The battle damage and the blood stays on your outfits. And this is what I really liked about what I've seen so far with the Resident Evil 2 Remake. They are going into the vault. They're going to the vault of unused shit, and they are bringing it out. They got the RE 3.5. Remember the the original Resident Evil 4 that they canceled? The one where Leon gets possessed and he had the flashlight and he been fighting like these enemies in their mind. They went into that vault and got that. This is this is the early proto Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 3.5. Resident Evil, yeah. They went and got that. What's going on, Meech? How you doing, man? Spook that sat next to the door. What's going on? They went and got that aspect from the old Resident Evil. Remember? The build that Shinji Mikami was like, you know what? I don't like where this is going. I'm gonna redo the whole game. They went into that vault and got that for Resident Evil 2. Also, the whole thing with your suit getting battle damaged and you getting blood on you, that is a Resident Evil 1.5 thing. I looked it up like a while ago. They said that you were gonna be able the more punishment you took, the more punishment you took from the zombies and enemies, your clothes would show that. They put that in this one as well too. Yeah, like you never had that. I know they're gonna have that. They're gonna have new death animations. They gotta have it. Resident Evil 4 had so many death animations, and now that they got the engine, they on the RE engine where they can actually animate that. I'm not even surprised that's gonna happen. Like they giving me stuff that you preach into the choir. I know all that stuff was gonna come, honestly. But you know who death animations are like pretty good? And they can't be fucked with really for the most part? Fucking Dead Space. Oh, you remember those? Dead Space 1 and 2? Ooh, some brutal shit. Those were some death scenes. And I wonder, are they gonna go for any of the enemies? They're gonna go for any of the enemies that they planned for the original Resident Evil 2 before they scrapped it. Are they gonna go for any of those? That's my thing. Are they gonna go for the apes? Are they gonna have those zombie apes that we saw in the 1.5? Are they gonna have the man spiders? Are they gonna I wonder. There's a lot of things that's gonna go on. That could possibly happen in this game. They can be, since they dipped in the vault and got aspects from Resident Evil, from the early Resident Evil 4 and the early Resident Evil 2. Who knows if they're gonna get some of the villains? I mean, like some of the enemies, the BOWs. But those Crimson Heads, that's possible because you remember, Crimson Heads have been confirmed to be the evolution, like this. Right before you become a licker, you're a Crimson Head. You go from zombie to Crimson Head to licker. That's what they say. That's what I would like. If you look up the all the files and the Resident Evil, Dark Side Chronicles, stuff like that, they said that it's going to be actually Resident. It's going to be that's how it is. So if I see Crimson Heads in this game, and you get a cut scene and you see a Crimson Head transform to a licker in front of you, or you don't kill a Crimson Head, or you let's say you try to avoid a lot of these enemies. You have to avoid them. Let's say you get away from Crimson Heads, but after a while they become lickers. Or if you shoot them and they turn in, there's always characters in Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 that if you damage them, they evolve to a different form. Remember in Resident Evil 5, those bat creatures, if you shoot them, the parasite that busts out and start flying like a fucking bat. And remember Resident Evil 4, where you actually shoot them and the plaga parasite come out their neck and they got the tentacles that can slice you up and cut your head off if your blood low. It doesn't really. The sky is the limit when it comes to the stuff they can do with this. But the question is, are they going to do it? And my biggest thing is are they gonna actually, like, with the over the shoulder aspect? I'm still wondering, like, now that we know over the shoulder brings that they had to revamp it. There's no way they can give us the same style of Resident Evil 2 from back in the day with the same type of zombies moving the exact same type of way. They couldn't give us that with the over the shoulder. The game would be too easy. So I knew I expected this to happen. I expected it to be a lot more tense, a lot more dark and scary, and they did not they didn't disappoint, because there's only one way to make an over the shoulder Resident Evil scary, and that is to really make either make the enemies tougher, make the atmosphere creepy as fuck, which they seem to have done both. Because you go back to my old videos, I forgot the exact name of the video, and I was talking about what I'm hoping for. Big Boss, what I'm hoping for is that this game, like, from what I've seen of the gameplay so far, it's everything I thought it would be once they announced over the shoulder. It like the atmosphere is so damn scary, because I was saying, if you really want to make over the shoulder Resident Evil work, I've said this months ago. If you really want to make over the shoulder Resident Evil work, the atmosphere has to be it has to be creepy, really creepy. It has to be like really creepy. The enemies gotta be tougher and faster, because I said, like, the zombies can't move like they do in Resident Evil from 20 years ago. With this new camera perspective, the game would be too easy. It'd be just like the prototype, the Resident Evil 2 Reborn that Invader Games did. I found that boring because it was unfinished. I see what they were getting at. Capcom took that, and with their help, they made it into what you see before you coming soon. Because I'm telling you, that all is Invader Games. That's all their concepts. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Total Impact. I'm telling you, everything we seen for gameplay wise, go look up, once you finish watching this, look up our Resident RE2 Reborn and tell me it's just not like a unfinished version of what we've seen here in this demo. Look up RE2 Reborn, look up hell, even look up Rod Lima's version, RODLIMA. Even look up the Rod Lima Resident Evil 2 fan game he did. You'll see all the familiarity with this one. My thing is, once again, I hope from what I've seen correlates to something long term, meaning like we got to see the demo of the gameplay, like, so I hope the overall game just doesn't let up. It looks beautiful. I can't even front. It's a beautiful looking game. It, like, for over the shoulder, they really compensated and made it like into something scary, because yeah, I can't even deny that. I really like what I saw. And I didn't think I would like what I saw, because Capcom, I'm going off of what happened with Resident Evil 7. Yeah, we going back to that one for a second. Capcom showed us absolutely nothing until months before the release. So I was thinking like, oh shit, it's gonna be, yeah, I'm impressed so far too. And I was thinking like, they're gonna do the same thing with this one. They're gonna show us RE2 remake, and then next thing you know, they're gonna slap us with a remake with a release date that's months away. Yeah, they did that, but they gave it to January, which is good, not October like people were rumoring. So that's a little bit more. My thing is that I don't want all the ghosts of RE7. I don't want to haunt this game. I really don't want all the ghosts of RE7 to haunt this game. They slapped it on us like, here, RE7 coming in January. Months ahead of time, they told us. Around the same time, E3, they just threw RE7 at us out of nowhere. The game ended up being incomplete. Didn't know what it. Yeah, RE7 didn't know what it wanted to be. It just wanted to so-called go back to its roots. This looked like RE2 looks like it's gonna go back and beyond. It has the potential. From what I've seen, it looks like it's gonna go back and beyond its roots, which is hopefully they don't let me down. So far, what I've seen, I'm impressed. I can't even deny that. I'm not gonna even deny that I'm impressed. My thing is that I've been impressed before, and I've been let down. But when it comes to RE7, they did the same thing. They just threw it at you, and we end up getting an incomplete game with shitty downloadable content. I don't want this. RE2 is too beloved of a Resident Evil game for that to be acceptable. You know? Let me check this log. Yeah, like there's a lot. I'm just like really hoping it's like complete follow through. That follows through like that. What we seen in the gameplay footage, I just hope the whole game's crazy and stuff. And I hope when we run into Mr. X with the fedora, or he, we get to keep that hat as a souvenir or something. Once we knock it off him the first time, he's gonna be hunting us down looking for his hat. No, I'm just playing. He want his hat back. And that's why he wants to kill Leon. Because I don't know. I'm just joking, right? Though that ain't me. I'm just bugging. And yep, like you said yesterday, the IQ raising fedora. It done turned him. He's detective. He's Detective X. He dressed like an old. He dressed like fucking McGruff. Like I said, he's like a private investigator. Private Investigator X and stuff. Ninja Turtle disguised Mr. X. But I want to see a better picture of Birkin. People tell me that was him at the end. It just flashed too fast. I can't wait till we actually see what William Birkin looks like in the RE7 engine. That's gonna be crazy. Like, I want to see a full picture of that. Definitely. Yeah, well, the hat thing is hilarious, bro. I'm not even like upset about that. Like, no, I want Mr. X to be a baldy. It's just fucking funny. Like, that's just like but it's kind of gangster because he had the trench coat already, and it shows that he might this time around, he might be smarter. Like, one and only keeps saying the IQ raising fedora. That might be true. The way he looks, like he might be a lot more smarter than the RE2 from 20 years ago. He already had some intelligence in that, but it might be even more intelligent of a BOW. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that might be something. That might be the case and stuff. Now I feel like I can speculate because we have something. We seen something. We actually got footage. This is not us speculating off of rumors. We got stuff right here in front of us. So we can speculate from what we seen and stuff. But then again, remember, there is such thing as trailer trickery. Like, even video games got trailer trickery, so we don't know what to really expect, do we? It could go either way. But the camera perspective isn't going to be a problem for me now, as long as, because it looked like they have adjusted properly and actually gave us a more creepy environment to actually match that, the environment. I mean, to match the over the shoulder aspect. So we'll see. I know it's weird, but it's starting to grow on me. The more I joke about it, the more I joke about Mr. the X's had, the more it's starting to grow on me. I'm more like I said yesterday, last night. I'm more, and I want to see how his transformations look. Is he gonna start transforming earlier, or are they gonna do what they did with Nemesis, and he's gonna get hurt more and more, and he's gonna transform more and more, or are they gonna just save it for when he finally falls in the lava and he becomes, like the tyrant. He goes to the final tyrant form. That's what I want to know. Like, now that they're gonna do that, are they gonna give him aspects of Nemesis? Oh shit! What is going on out here? Let me put this phone out of range. We got the police and detectives out here. Like they ran down on somebody. I live in the hood, yo. You don't understand. It is nuts out here at nighttime, especially when the weather's warm. Oh shit! Yeah, they checking. They ran down on somebody for drugs. Oh God. I gotta get out of this neighborhood. This ain't no place to raise children. Thank God I'm not a father, because I would have been a father by now, like, but my girlfriend years ago at the time lost a child, blah blah blah. So thankfully I ain't got to worry about no teenage son, because I swear it is horrible out here. Like, yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm in, like, this is Jersey City. Like, it's a tale of two cities in Jersey City. Like, I'm up here in the Greenville section where it's ghetto as fuck. Yeah, it's ghetto as hell up here and stuff. But then downtown Jersey City has been gentrified for the yuppies. Yes, I call them the yuppies. It's been gentrified for the yuppies. And all those people down there, all, like, it was predominantly Hispanic people down there, Filipino and stuff. And a lot of them are now having to move up here. So now we up here, we more of a mixed crowd up here. As long as we getting along, I don't give a shit about how diverse it is up here. Like, it's Jewish, it's black, it's Hispanic. Um, it's like New York almost, in a sense. My thing is that you're not gonna, don't let this, like, they letting it, like, turn into, like, how can we say, it's like a tale of two cities. Up here, they don't give a damn about keeping the parks clean. They don't care about keeping these people out there. Like, people sit on these benches and smoke and all types of crazy shit, and there's children playing over on the side. That that shit don't sit well with me. It really doesn't. You know. Let me park here. Finally, I got to park on the opposite side. So yesterday I looked up and found good parking. Tonight, not so much. Well, kind of. You know. Can you help this troll making threats to me? What troll is making threats to you, man? You said, I think you said that last time, that there was a troll making threats to you. Is this the same person? I pick a, yeah, I'm gonna pick this up once it's out. I mean, it's pretty much a day one to me. Like, it's pretty much gonna be like a day one for me and stuff. I'm definitely gonna pick the game up. My thing is that I will, after 3 years of us not knowing nothing, of course I want to see more. Let me see. Let me read these comments here. Let me get ready to get in the house. Let me read some of these comments. Not apart. Let's see. On another channel. Please don't hit my car. Yep. Let me see. I'm reading the comments here. I have to scroll and touch it since I'm on the phone. No, like, of course, no, shit. Jersey City is nowhere as bad as Chicago. Nowhere as bad. Did I see Lance in here? Hey, how you doing, Lance? Detroit got it worse. Yep. Do we? Oh no, it's a walk in the park compared to Detroit. My thing is that I don't like the fact that up here the police pretty much is downtown Jersey City where all the yuppies at. They pretty much they pretty much proactive policing to keep the nice looking part of the town nice looking, and up here they are pretty much reactive. You have to get shot, stabbed, or whatever to get people, the police, to make their presence known. That I don't like. Oh yeah, you said Nemesis is gonna have a bandana in the next one, but back to the Resident Evil 2 talk. I don't know, I got real deep for a second right there. Back to the Resident Evil 2 talk. Yeah, so far my thing is like it's just what I expected. It's exactly almost it's like a more refined version of the RE2 Reborn. It's a extremely more polished version than the RE2 Reborn, which is not shocking to me. I'm not like, oh my god, this is not the Resident Evil I wanted and stuff. It's the Resident, like I'm not, but it's not me like saying like I'm just gonna take what you give me. My name is Jimmy. This it's not me saying that, but I want to see, yeah, Meech. I want to see more gameplay. I want to see more enemies. I want to see how it is to shoot a liquor. You know, we only seen the liquor. I want to know how it is to actually shoot one. Is that crazy to ask for? I want to actually know what it is to shoot a, how it is to shoot a liquor, how they attack you, how their tongue is, and if they kill you, do they do have a crazy death animation where they tongue go through your fucking head, or they twist your head off or some shit. There's a lot of things I want to see, like with the liquor in action. Uh, I want to see the zombie dogs, how you gonna, like how they look for this game, like the Cerberus. I want to see how the Cerberus look. Uh, we seen Mr. X. Yeah, I just want to see the basic BOWs and see how the basic RE2 BOWs and what's new. So, like I said yesterday, I said more than likely we're gonna get footage at the Tokyo Game Show. No, I was wrong. They gave us footage the next day. Now at the Tokyo Game Show, I expect more like revelations of enemies. I want to see Claire's gameplay. That's not shooting. That's not asking for a lot. I want to see Claire's gameplay and stuff, and I want to see what is up with Ada. Like, is it gonna really be like a separate? Like, we're gonna have she's gonna have her own downloadable content. Yeah, I mean, once I seen the revelation of it, the graphics look good. I'm not complaining about the graphics at all. That I thought the RE engine, RE engine is good. My thing is that I just didn't want another RE7. And thank God. Think about that, people. It could be we could have been getting RE7. We could have been getting the exact same game with 2, with the environments of 2. What you see, what we saw today, that could have been first person. That could have definitely been first person. Hey, Chip, I'm home again, just like yesterday. So, okay, all right. Dogs are jumping all over me. Hold on, boys. Hold on. Get some lights on in this place. That could have definitely been a situation. We could have been up for more of that. Hold on, I'm just trying to turn the lights on. I keep it dark in here. All right, that's better. Here we go. Yep. So it could have been a lot worse. Remember that. It could have been a lot worse, people. Come here. Say hi, Petey. Say hi. Okay. I think that, oh, okay, all right. We about to go and stuff. So it could have been worse. But now that I'm home, I gotta take care of the dogs and stuff. Thank y'all for watching and stuff. But as for it, like overall, I'm just waiting to see more about it. My legitimate concerns about the game are kind of being answered in real time. Yeah, happy Cerberus. Don't worry, they not flesh eating either. He ain't flesh eating, is he? No, he's not. He is not flesh eating. Oh, watch it. There ain't not flesh eating about this buddy right here, right? See, look, that's another thing too. Right here, I had to put the mount up myself for this. This is my old Panasonic Viera is a plasma 3D TV. Did you know that the Xbox 360 plays 3D games and so does the PS3? See, but I got my PS4 right here. I got my sound system, and I have, of course, the Blu-ray over here, my 3D Blu-ray, and of course I got a copy of this, Wakanda Forever. You know, so yeah, we definitely do need more gameplay. So you know what, guys, I have to say one more thing to you before I go and walk the dogs. Thank you very much for actually like for tuning in for the last few days. I know somebody's calling my house phone. Isn't this a throwback? Somebody always call that phone when I'm doing a live stream. And I want to say thank you everybody for actually tuning in. I know I work. I go from job number one from 7 in the morning to 3 p.m. to job number two at 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. So that leaves a little bit less for me, less time for me to do videos like that. So I really appreciate that. Oh, thanks, Zonex. I appreciate that. Everybody watch that and stuff. And one more thing, I just want to say, when I put out that video the other day about the black YouTubers that's like who act like big kids over Nintendo shit, I don't know what a lot of my black YouTube subscribers are into, and I don't mean to offend anybody by those, but I'm sorry, I see people like Play Essence, Mr. T, and stuff like that, and they really get on my fucking nerves. They really do. Hey, criminal, how you doing? I'm sorry, I got a sensor light on, like I have a motion detector light. Yeah, we just was talking about like the Resident Evil gameplay footage and what I thought about it, and like I was saying on Criminal, it's like speaking on Nintendo, Solid Snake is back with Super Smash Brothers. Oh yeah, that's right. And David Hayter, the original Solid Snake from Solid, is doing his voice. You knew that, right? That they got David Hayter back as Solid Snake because Kojima didn't want him back for some reason. Thank you everybody for the appreciation, for the like and stuff. I mean, like I try to keep it modest here and stuff, and just be me. I don't try to be very abrasive or anything. Look at the dog. So I don't try to be totally abrasive in anything. So yeah, he Young Year announced it that he's that Solid Snake is back. That David Hayter's back as Solid Snake. So he put it on his channel, so which is good and stuff. So My problem with Metal Gear Solid 5 with Big Boss. My problem with Big Boss is that if you they said if you combined it, he only had maybe 22 total minutes of speaking dialogue. Kiefer Sutherland. You hire Kiefer Sutherland and he only has about 22 minutes total of talking, of dialogue. That makes no sense to me. That's probably because Kiefer Sutherland commanded more money. Come on, Chip. Get up the steps. Oh no, Metal Gear Solid, the twist flopped. A lot of people didn't like the twist, but the game sold incredibly well. Metal Gear Solid 5 got game of the, it got accolades and it sold extremely well and stuff. That's the thing. It didn't do bad at all. It just wasn't what we wanted. And I think Kojima let us know that. He been trying to let us know that the writing was on the wall for a long time about that game. Yeah, it was a massive disappointment. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It was a massive disappointment, but it sold very well and stuff. So let me see if I can take this with me on the Chip. Stop. What I tell you about that? Let me see how long I can go out here with these two dogs and see if I can still walk two dogs and talk to you guys as long as possibly I can. Cause yeah. Sorry, it's gonna get a little dark. Since we've been talking a lot of stuff about games and whatnot, what's everybody take on what was one of your favorite moments of the original RE2? Alright, that's better. I'm back. Dead zone. I was in dead zone. So you still here, everyone? Alright, it's cool. It's back. Yeah, sometimes we get into a dead zone, so I couldn't even see it. Alright, you here? Alright, you good. Sorry about that. Like, once I transition from out of Wi-Fi to in Wi-Fi, that happens. Come on, get off of that. Sorry, gotta yell at these dogs because they want to pee on everybody's garbage can, and I don't like that. So, what was everybody's favorite moment of of the original RE2? I was saying, what was everybody's original moment, like favorite moment of the original RE2? Because I remember, I think my favorite RE2 moment, one of the ones that got me, that still kind of gets me, is going into that interrogation room and that fucking liquor crashed through the glass. I don't know about anybody else. That got me. It still kind of get me. Because you like, I know it's coming, but you think you could time it perfectly and that thing it just crashes right through there. You ever played the original Resident Evil 2? That's cool. Come on. Sorry, I have to keep an eye on these two. These two like to sniff everything. So, the embryo of the X busting through the wall. Oh, yeah, that too. When I played the B missions and he busted up wall for the first time, I think I jumped. But one of my favorite Resident Evil moments didn't come. Some of my favorite Resident Evil memories didn't even come from Resident Evil 2. It came from the first Resident Evil. Like, I'm talking about the first Resident Evil, not the remake, the original. Like, it came from that. Like, you said, part when the Birkin spits. Yeah, that was fucked up what he did to the chief. But the chief was corrupt anyway. The city, he's part of the blame for how the city ended up. But what was I was about to say? My best memories from the original Resident Evil was the Sega Saturn version. Me and my cousin. Sega Saturn version. I think at the time when that came out I think 97. I believe I was in 97, I was 19 years old. My cousin was 18. Boy, we were fucking petrified of that game. It got to the point, and this was no automatic aim. This was the original one where you had to manually aim and shoot. So that means if your aim was off, that means you're wasting ammo. That was the original, the Sega Saturn Resident Evil. Like even the original PlayStation one before Director's Cut came out and DualShock version came out. That's what it was. Yeah, manual aim is dangerous, especially in a third-person game where see, that's the thing. That's why I said over the shoulder had to be. That's part of leading to my argument. Where over the shoulder, like it has to be, the enemy's got to be more relentless because over the shoulder gives you so much aim control, manual aim control, whereas the third-person fixed angle, if you had manual aim in that, you shit out of luck. That's why I figured that it had to be revised. And sure enough, it was. So, get back to me and my cousin. We was terrified of that game. We'd play for minutes and pass the controller off to each other like, yo, I'm scared, yo. I don't want to go down that hallway, bro. It's too quiet. He's like, all right, I do it. No, I don't want to do it. All right, yo, I just did it. It's your turn. I'm like, fine, fuck it, I'll do it then. That's the type of memories I have with the original. That was one of my favorite Resident Evil memories. Me and my cousin Omar, because we only a year apart in age and stuff. I'm a year older than him. So that was crazy. Like that's why people understand why Resident Evil is such a big deal. Why this remake was such a big deal with everyone. It's because people got memories like that. Yeah, man, you aim in the remake. Yeah, they did. In the first remake, in the more difficult mode, you got manual aim. But if you look at Resident Evil Talk, he's good. He does nothing but play Resident Evil and stream it. So the guy's good. I've seen him beat a lot of different modes in the Resident Evil remake. Even the one with the manual aim and the enemies where they are kind of invisible and you don't know where you can only hear them. He beat that mode. He's good. If you look at Resident Evil 2 Talk, if you look at RE2, Resident Evil Talk, if you look at his gameplays and his live streams, he's good. And the thing is, like, even though he's not perfect with his thing and he doesn't claim to be, he's good because he has a lot of practice. I used to be good like that. Now I just cheat my ass off. I can't even front. I'll cheat. I'm a cheat. Like after I played the game and beat the game for manually without any cheats, you best believe I'm cheating. That's what I do. So, that's one of my favorite memories of Resident Evil. Loved it. Was playing with my cousin. And then came RE2, the one that I played by myself. And I remember one day, my older brother, one of his good friends, he wanted to play the game, and I was trying to teach him how to play. Like, look, you aim, you hold this button to aim, and you shoot. And let's just say out there in the fire truck, just before the RPD, he got eaten by a whole bunch of zombies. And he did not want to play a game anymore because he was terrified. Because he panicked. And all those zombies ate him. I was trying to teach him how to aim. Sit, boy. Sit. Sorry, y'all. I got to clean up after my dogs. So, give me 1 second. Clean up after my dogs. You know, I don't play that leaving that poop in the park, even though most of these niggas down here do that with their owners. And yes, I call them niggas because that's what they are. Doing shit like that. So I'm cleaning up after my stay. So I'm cleaning up after my dogs, people. See, showing y'all everyday life. I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy, people. I'm just a regular guy. Save the planet. The power is yours. Oh, but I do like Claire though. I mean, like, yeah. You see, you remember that expression? The power is yours, Captain of Planet. Did you know that Mati, the 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 boy from the boy from down there in South America, Mati, that planeteer, the one that had the power of heart? Did you know that he is voiced by Scott Menville, the same guy that does the voice of Robin and Teen Titans Go? Scott Menville. Scott Menville's in his 40s. He's been doing voice acting for a while now. So yeah, it's the same voice actor, Scott Menville. Mati from Captain Planet is Robin and Teen Titans Go. That's a little factor. And speak, yeah, it like and speaking of voice acting, we all know that the original Claire, Allison Court, was Lunette, the clown girl, on a big comfy couch. Are, if you young or you've heard of that TV show called the live children's show called Big Comfy Couch, she was the clown girl Lunette. Yep, and she was the voice of Jubilee in the old X-Men 90s cartoon, which is one of the best Marvel cartoons and just superhero cartoon series made. She was Jubilee. Yep, Allison Court was Jubilee, who sounds almost exactly like Claire. And he passed away. I had the guy who did Chris in the original Resident Evil 1. He died though. The original RE1 from PlayStation. That Chris, he died. He passed away a few years ago. Unfortunately, I forgot his name. But I wonder who this new Leon is, because I didn't think I would like his voice, but I kind of like what I've heard so far. He sounds young, not like, he doesn't sound like a older man trying to do a young person's voice like the original Leon. I like Paul Haddad. Paul Haddad did a good job. Paul Haddad did a good job with Leon back in 20. And I mean, for old school Resident Evil, we all know the voice acting was cheesy until the remake came along and actually started fixing that and trying to take it and move it more serious. He sounds inexperienced. He sounds rookie. The way he said, Jesus Christ in his reaction, the tone of his voice after he shot that zombie that killed the sheriff. The way he said, Jesus Christ, like he really sounded young. He sounded afraid, like he really didn't know what was going on, compared to what we seen 20 years ago. But what the hell's going on in this town? You know, it's a difference. There's a difference, and you can hear it. His timbre, his tone, it's cool. Like I'm fine with it and stuff, but I need to hear more Claire. She sued Capcom. How? Like, why? I mean, do you know why Allison Court sued Capcom? Man, I watched that remake. I watched so much gameplay of it, like with people like RE2 Resident Evil Talk, and then if you go on fucking Twitch, you see enough of it too. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why initially, I don't know why would you not want to make it like that? But it seems like they doing what they doing. They making it in their own way with the influence of Invaders Game Reborn. So it might just work. Because I watched remakes. Some remake is still popular, very. It's it's still probably the most downloaded game off of the PSN. Let me see. I don't like. Yeah, she had her likeness changed. Yeah, Claire looks a lot different. Yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit more to get used to. Like Claire, I can do the voice. I can handle, but at least Leon looks somewhat like Leon. He doesn't look as metro as he did. He looked kind of metrosexual in the original Resident Evil, like that bob, like how the hair hung down over his eye. That was a little bit too Japanese for an American character. That I like how they shortened the bang just a little bit. That I can deal with. So, but Claire, like, if she got that? I hope she got the icon, that logo on her back. The logo that her brother got. What does it say on the back? I just can't. I forgot. Come on, y'all, in the house. Come on, in the house. Go both of you. Go both. Get in the house. Let's go. I gotta go to bed and stuff. I got work in the morning. It's hump day. Wednesday coming up. And I really need to get some sleep. Sit. Stop. It's basically it's like nothing iconic about her. Yeah, if that she don't have that if that leather jacket is not anything familiar to the original clear design, I'm like, yo, that's like, come on, bro. Like, I feel like, yo, y'all screwed the pooch on that one. Sit down, Phoebe. Stay still. I'm taking these collars off of them. And I'll put a choke collar on Petey since he's strong and he's hard headed. And then his father, he deserves one too, but he older. I ain't gonna do that to him. Go. Go. Oh man. Alright, finally home. Whew. Let me see, I said yeah, that's right. That jacket she has on look a lot familiar. It looks kind of familiar to what Ada is wearing in RE6 and stuff, but I'm finally home now, and I have to I'm gonna call it a night. I have to get ready for work, and I gotta hit the bed. And you say you pissed at the fact that they're showing Leon gameplay and no clear gameplay. That's what I'm saying. Tokyo Game Show gotta be clear. And oh my god, you know what? Oh no. Oh no. No 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 no. I made a I said yeah. You know what? I'm starting to think no, 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 no. Please no. God, no, no, no. No, no, please. If they doing what I think they're gonna do, I hope not. Because it was like there was no clear gameplay. And I made a reference in a earlier video I did months back. Like, for all that we know, they can say, hey, here's $40 in January for Leon's campaign, and Claire's is coming soon. They better not do that. God, I hope they don't do that. What if her gameplay is not? What if it's not ready? What if Claire's gameplay is not ready? What if it's like what we thought it is, and they actually gonna be like, you know what? We all the rumors we heard about them being in developmental hell was true, and her gameplay is not ready. Just think about that. It's better. It better. They don't. They're not gonna do A and B scenarios, but they said they're gonna do like big campaign. Each one gonna have a longer campaign to compensate for them not having the A and B scenario. That's what they said. You know. So I don't really know what's going. I don't know what's really going on with that, but her campaign better be ready. If we don't see that Tokyo Game Show, we gonna have issues. Capcom, me and you, I'm gonna take you outside. Your boss. Now this joking. But yeah, it better be ready. To be for real, it better be ready. Like, if they haven't learned from RE7, I don't know what to tell them. RE7 had like the way they did the downloadable content. The game, they already shortened the game. We already know that the game was incomplete. You know, so I really don't know what to expect. But Tokyo Game Show, we need clear footage. We need clear gameplay. Oh yeah, and that just made me think. What are they gonna do with Claire? Claire, like speaking her name, really brought up this interesting point. Claire had Leon has guns, shotgun, magnum, custom magnum, custom shotgun. Claire has grenade launcher. She has spark shot. She has she has shitty weapons. All these shitty weapons are they gonna change these shitty weapons? Are they gonna change the shitty weapons and this remake? Because the engine's different, the combat style is gonna be different. How are we gonna fight with Claire? Is her weapons Can her weapons transition over to this new vision of RE2? Like, that's what I'm thinking about too. And you said Criminal 1987. Way I heard from the developer concept they're gonna include A and B scenarios. I'm honestly confused. Tofu. Yeah, where did you hear that at? Criminal. That they're gonna do A and B scenario. I don't. I think he said something different. Hey, Bills, how you been? I didn't even realize you were here. How you doing, man? During the conference, Leon and Claire both had campaigns. Let's see. No, I think it's gonna no Resident Evil is gonna be on Xbox One, and I think the PC. No, like this one here. No, it's no money. Capcom know it's no money and being platform exclusive with a Resident Evil game. There's no big money to be made. It's insane. But you know what I want to know? You know what I know? Where's the crowd at? It's a certain crowd of people we expect. Um, Michi, you know who I'm talking about. Where's the people saying, "Hey, where's the Switch release for it? When is it coming out for the Nintendo Switch? When is it coming out for the Nintendo Switch? Where's that crowd at? You know? Yeah, and what was that? You say that about God of War. Yeah, you seen a few brothers begging already for RE2 for the Switch. I know that. Like, this is a running joke. Don't they understand that the Switch community, the Rabbit fanboys, don't they realize that they are a running joke now? That is always going to be somebody that's going to make fun of them, saying, "Hey, where's the Switch people asking for this game?" You know, that's not a good look, y'all. It really isn't. They fan, but that, bruh, bruh, never gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And now, and I hope this cloud, I hope this RE7 that runs in the cloud lets them know that if the game, if it can't even, it can't even stream the game without it the hiccuping and the servers suck and the game struggles to render the game. There's no way in hell. And how all that is gonna fit on that little punk ass cartridge? The cartridge is not that much bigger. It's like the same size as a DS cartridge. There's just no way in hell that game's gonna fit. They don't even realize how bad Nintendo shot themselves in the foot with that. How can you render a game? You gotta understand the disc. We got these Blu-ray discs that hold like 50 gigs and stuff, and some of these games max these discs out. You telling me there's no way in hell that's going to fit onto a Nintendo Switch cartridge, let alone that system's going to run it without it melting in your hand. But they're gonna be on here. They're gonna be on people. They're gonna be begging for these ports, and then they're gonna insult the Sony and the Microsoft fan base for getting games they got that they don't have, but they be the first ones to throw up how well the Nintendo Switch is selling, but the Nintendo Switch don't have any third party games worth. You see, I'm waiting for it. Like go like I do. I'm talking to y'all like y'all students, but do your homework. Go to a lot of these RE2 gameplay footage videos, all these damn contests, or just go to a Nintendo Switch fanboy page and listen to them and look in the comments of them begging for games like Resident Evil 2, like Battlefield 5, like Call of Duty, Black Ops 4 to come to the Switch, and they should come to the Switch, and the Switch can run it because it has Unreal Engine 4 capability. Hey Nemesis, how you doing? I'm doing good. Like you came in at the end of this. I've been on here for over an hour and stuff, and we've been talking about the footage, the gameplay footage of RE2, and how I said basically it's like RE2 Reborn, but it's been finished. Because remember RE2 Reborn, they didn't get to finish the game, and yeah, yo. Speaking of Nintendo Switch, yo, did you see the presentation? That shit was trash. They spent half of it talking about Smash Brothers because they got nothing that's coming out. I was like, oh, Nintendo, from where I'm hearing, Nintendo's going to blow us away. They're going to blow us away, and they're going to give us a whole bunch of stuff, and it's going to be the best E3 presentation according to nerds like Player Essence and Mr. T and Neo Game Spark and shit like that. The Switch is going to have a great presentation. Yeah, straight booty. Yeah, I mean, I've already reacted to the gameplay footage of RE2. To like I said, I'm gonna tell you this, Nemesis. From what I see, they compensated, changing it to over the shoulder. They compensated with by making the enemies tougher and more relentless. Because I was saying to everybody earlier, there's no way you can run. You can make a over the shoulder Resident Evil 2 remake and have the enemies behave just like they did in the old Resident Evil from 20 years ago. The game will be too easy. They had to do something. Let's see something. It's a Hyrule Warriors Mario Kart Captain Toad Monster Hunter Donkey Kong. Must be another. Yeah, they will port over they porting over everything, man. The one and only they're gonna port over also. We report control. Yeah, they ported over. Now you can use your GameCube controller with this Smash Brothers, and I'm like, how are you gonna plug in your GameCube controller? Like, where does it plug into? Somebody tells me that. Somebody tell me. Like, I'm reading your comments. Like, somebody tell me, where do you plug in the GameCube controller for the Super Smash Brothers Ultimate? Like, maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed something. Yeah, Meech. It's portable. Just shut up and like it because it's portable. Oh man, let me put these over here in a second. Let me put these down. Hold on. All right, I'm still here. Just getting things organized here in my house. But no, just shut up and like it because it's portable. You know, this is Resident. You know, I don't know. Let me read more of the comments here. The writings on the wall, y'all. This presentation was one of the worst I've seen from Nintendo at the at E3 in a long time. The third party, like Nietzsche is saying, Like Spook who sat by the door. What he's saying is absolutely correct. The writings on the wall. You're starting not to get anything for a reason. You're not getting anything for a reason, and now we see. Definitely the writings on the wall. You don't know what to expect. You can fight. Oh my god. You can actually fight the Wii Fit girl. She's one of the players in Smash. Dead. Dead. Oh my god, no. Oh god, you gotta be kidding me. Are you serious? Oh my god. Woo. No, no, no. The Wii Fit girl. We Fit girl kicking ass, bro. This is you can't make this up. Oh my god, this is crazy. You said they brought back every character literally, but could you do that in the last game? Oh, oh dear God. The Wii Fit girl. She's gonna be doing, she's gonna be doing Pilates kick on you or something. She gonna Pilates kick you, not karate kick you. She gonna Pilates kick you. I don't know, man. They really reaching. And my thing is, I never been into Smash Brothers and stuff, and I'm not hating on anybody that's into it. You know, it just never got me. I just never got into Smash. I'm not hating on Super Smash Brothers, but when that showcase takes up most of the time, and there's not really much else to show, that is not a good look. That is a bad omen. That is a sign of like Meech keeps saying, the writings on the wall. That is not a good look. Like, it's not a good look when that takes up most of the time. So you know what this means, right? They lineup is dwindling. Nintendo always does this. Nintendo will come out the gates and hit you with first party game, first party game, first party game. Oh my god. First, but people don't understand these games, they've been in development for years with Nintendo. So they of course they're gonna come out ready. But when the third party doesn't fill in the gaps, they built the system they built the system that third party companies have difficulty making games for the simple fact that the architecture is totally different. That you gotta understand, these dev kits, like PC at Microsoft, Sony, they dev kits are very familiar. Like they have very familiar developmental kits, whereas the Switch, it's a totally different process. It's a totally different dev kit. They have to downgrade. They have to make it on a totally different engine. Whereas Sony, Microsoft, and PC kind of run. They got familiar processes. I mean, they got familiar. The mechanics are different, but yet familiar. So it's very easy to actually make games for. Whereas we don't get that with the Switch. And this is why third parties like, look, we done made a very extensive, graphically extensive game, a very, like, we made a Death Stranding, for example. Hideo Kojima was like, I made Death Stranding. I put years into this game. And now, do you really think I'm going to downgrade this game and spend another year or two developing a watered down Switch version? It's not going to happen. You said the Microsoft press conference was ass. I disagree with you there. I actually liked Microsoft's press conference. It was one of their better ones in a long time, and it had something that they sorely lacked. exclusive and games. They lacked like games and especially exclusive ones. That's why I give Microsoft props for that. Where Sony gets a lot of props. I think people understand Sony's getting a lot of props because they went with quality over quantity, whereas Microsoft kind of went with a mix of quality and quantity. They went with a mix of it, and Sony went totally for quality over quantity. Last of Us 2 looks good. The gameplay with Elle looked good. I was kind of uncomfortable with her being, her actually in the old game looking like Ellen Page, and then now in this game she's totally Ellen Page, because Ellen Page is a lesbian. Um, I was not uncomfortable. Like, oh my god, like I'm like, they so blatant with their messaging today with this LGBT shit. It's really blatant. To be who you are. I have family members who are homosexual and lesbian. My thing is, be who you are. Don't stop beating it over people's heads. Jesus Christ, you know. So, and you said ain't no way Red Dead. Yeah, none of it's coming. The only thing I see of interest, The Last of Last. The Last of Last. Where's that? She was thinking about killing people. Oh yeah, I don't know. Like that threw me. Like it didn't throw me off. It just was like, oh, just stop. We get it. There's gay people. Jesus. When you say that, you can't say that. Oh my God, you're homophobic. No, it's not about homophobia. It's about letting it be an organic process versus throwing it in our face. That's why I always tell my friends I have a problem with Sarah Lance on Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow. I have a problem with that character. You find out in Arrow that Sarah Lance, the first Canary, not Black Canary, her sister, she when she got washed away in the island and Nissa Al Ghul found her and she joined the League of Assassins, they fell in love. But but Sarah was bisexual. But then when she went and joined Legends of Tomorrow, she became a complete lesbian, making out with all types of historical women and stuff and having sex with everybody, all types of females she could get her hands on. And I'm like, oh Lord, Lord, Lord. This is what I be talking about. You know? Yeah, and then yeah, that I'm like, it's stuff like that, like think about it. There's never been a male character that's just like really want to. Is there any like? Well, I don't know. I'm not even gonna get into that because I can open a can of worms, and I'm not really in the mood for that. And it is 12:30. I definitely do got to go to bed. Um, so I get up, get cleaned up, and all this other stuff in the morning and stuff. So I'm about to call this one a good night. Say good night, Petey. I ain't say jump on the bed. You are such an attention whore. And that cage got your neck dirty. I gotta clean this. You know? Yeah, but let's say this for another video channel. Yeah, we would. And good night, Chip. And Chip wants to clean himself. Stop, stop. You on live camera. Stop that. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're cleaning yourself. You're embarrassing. Oh, he's gross. Oh. All right, y'all. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate everybody who came out, who gave me a like on this and talked about it and stuff. And expect that kind of stuff I just was talking about. That's CW's. That's what CW does best, you know. But anyway, good night, y'all. Uh, good night. What did Russell Simmons used to say? Thank you for coming out. God bless. A good night. You know, peace. I'll check y'all later.